All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And I got a quick video for you. We just got released the 3.0.1 update for New World just a couple minutes ago, actually. I was around at home. I had a little bit of time. I saw some good changes, and it pertained to the video that I posted today. We're getting an Ankh update, and so I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about other pertinent PvP stuff. Let's dive into it. Umber Right Store release, Spirits, so it's the new event. Night Vale Hollow is coming out here tomorrow, and so they're getting ready for that. Release notes, World Experienced, fix an issue that allowed players to go out of bounds during the Medusa Soul Trial. Fix an audio issue with Medusa, fix an issue that, okay, we're not going to go through all those issues. So they fixed a bunch of bugs. Combat, fix an issue that caused the Sundering Javelin perks tooltip to not mention the cooldown reduction. Good. Fix an issue that allowed players to take damage behind fort outpost gates and prevented repairs. I don't like this change. I thought it was better as it was. I'll just say this. If you don't want the damage behind the wall, that's understandable. I get that. But allowing one person to be able to negate all of the repair, like all the knockdowns of like 2 or 3 people, I don't know. It's not a fan of it. Not a fan of one person being able to hold back so many people just by stacking resources and hitting one button while everybody else is, doing damage. So I'd like a little bit more of a trade-off there on repairs versus teardowns. But that's just my perspective. It's a little annoying. It was nice that if they went to try to repair, you could do damage to them at the door. But I get that that's annoying too. So artifacts. Fix an issue that caused the Endless Thirst artifact to increase the cooldown of non-healing related consumables. Nice. Fix an issue that caused the Magnetic Gauntlets artifact to reduce critical damage to a lower value than non-critical damage. So I tested these on the PTR and I didn't notice this. Apparently this was an issue. I did not get the gauntlets, so I didn't know that this was going on. But yeah, that's obviously a good change because you don't want to have lower crit value than non-crit. So Ankh Amulet Artifact, Center of Attention perk, reduce both positive and negative values from 50% to 25%. This is a big change. They reduced the values, the positive and negative values, by 50%. So going from 50 to 25%, they cut the values in half, but they cut the positive and negative values in half. In my opinion, this is still the best jewelry artifact. I think Endless Thirst might have more of a case now, but Blood Drinker, in my opinion, in PvP is just not nearly as good as Ankh is, especially with how this is working. And so the trade-off here is your health potion will now heal for a little bit more. So instead of having a 50% reduction, it's only a 25% reduction. But all of your other things are going to be buffed. And so it's the same trade-off. And the fact that although they reduce the effectiveness, it's the same trade-off. Because it's the same trade-off as it was before, 50% more healing from everything else versus a 50% downside to our health potion, and we felt that was a positive, or at least I noticed it was a huge positive. 25% in positive and negative in the same direction is going to also be beneficial. This is still extremely valuable. It is still multiplicative unless they changed how it functions. We will test it when it goes live tomorrow. We will make sure if it's still functioning the way it should, this 25% bonus will still be like 30-40% more, like 40% more healing. Rough numbers. It'll still be very, very good. This is still going to be a very good artifact. I think it's still going to be the best artifact in the game. In my opinion, and it's just my opinion after testing it, if the positive value was like 30% or 25% and the negative value was like 40%, so you put more of a downside, then you could start having a discussion as to whether or not you'd wear it. But it's still powerful. We'll have to see how it works with Shirking Heals. We'll have to see how it works with Tumbler and everything. I think it's still going to be worth running, but it's substantially less effective than what it was, which is a good thing. Unyielding Helm Artifact, the Hard Head perk, added additional functionality that reduces weight to allow usage with more equipment loads. Wow. So Unyielding is the critical resist helmet, and it was already pretty good, but they just made it a little bit better. They reduces the weight of it. So I'm pretty sure Unyielding is the heavy helm. I'll provide a screenshot up here, but yeah, if they reduce the weight, you'll still be able to get heavy, but just in a lighter load. That would be interesting. I fixed the issue where the well-rounded perk on a tuned leather pants artifact was not properly giving $10 stats and was not displaying on the tooltip correctly with the magnify perk. Excellent. Flail fixes. Fix an issue that prevented the Fortifies applied Flail's barrage ability from being dispelled by effects that remove buffs. Good. Fix an issue that caused the Flail's arcane vortex flailing stability upgrade to cleanse applied status effects that should not be able to be dispelled. Fix an issue that caused the Flail barrage, arcane eruption, and arcane vortex abilities to stop or cut short if activated while blocking. Excellent. Adjust the barrage to not block cancel during the startup prior to forward transition. If block is held, the block now has to be pressed to trigger the startup block cancel. Adjust the timing of the block and dodge cancels to be after the second hit of vortex instead of the first. This also lines up better with the player's position. Adjust the timing of block cancel for arcane eruption to line up better with the player's body position to reduce wonky animations during the cancel. Mount changes, economy, progression, and gear. Cooking aptitude boxes now have a chance to roll bananas. Trophy mats now drop. Okay. Clothing patterns for 700 gear score gathering sets now have the proper icons. Good. Mithril Druid that uses timeless shards or scarabs will now have the proper attribute amounts. Excellent. I'm not going to read through all these guys. I'll provide a link in the description. You guys can go check these out. I wanted to basically talk about the big PvP changes. Wars and invasions will now reward dark matter upon completion. This is a fantastic change because currently, like, the best way to get dark matter was to do your expedition, and having more accessibility to dark matter is a good change. So the amount depends on your reward tier. Invasions can reward 50 to 75 dark matter. Wars can reward higher level players up to 100 dark matter. This is a great change. I like this a lot. More fixed issues. Fix an issue that caused certain items to roll with perks that should have been unavailable at their gear score. Okay. Rank 6 faction round shields have the refreshing ward perk swap to keenly empowered. Excellent. UI, UX, social bug fixes. Seasons. Fix an issue that caused players to get 2 credits for killing a named objective. Kill 10 beast. Okay, excellent. Just fantastic changes. I think it's awesome that they were so quick to make these adjustments. And so I do think another Ankh adjustment will be in the future. That would be my prediction, or my hot take that's not so hot. I do think that there will be another adjustment in the future, but the fact that this patch has been out for 2 weeks and they have done multiple different bug fixes already, and they're already adjusting sets in the game, it's nice to know that these things are being noticed and fixed rather quickly. I think this is a sign of a good development team. Like, sometimes things go bad. Sometimes things don't go super well, but they're on top of it and they're making good fixes. And so, yeah, I recommend if you notice stuff, if you still think Ankh is overtuned, make your case. We will obviously test it when it goes live tomorrow. I'll do another video providing my opinion on it. But of course, I want to get your guys' opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know what else is going on with these with this New World update. Let me know if you're looking forward to the next event. I will end it there. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.